Twitter anarchy. The new publishing landscape is being revolutionized. No longer is broadcasting and print sole producers and distributors of published material. Twitter has been claimed to be a new form of publishing digitally online. Simultaneously, media theorists, journalists, and bloggers have claimed Twitter to be dramatically disruptive. This essay will aim to present both sides of the debate on the disruptive impacts of new modes of publishing via Twitter. Firstly, communication systems can be identified as a mode of publishing, i.e. Twitter, a medium that communicates produces material to the consumers. The disruptive impact of traditional communication systems, i.e. broadcasting and print, is theorized in social and political activist Noam Chomsky's propaganda model. He ridicules the media for being unfairly owned by the elite government and corporate bodies. He argues that society's perceptions are influenced by media's power, which inevitably infiltrates these government and corporate body ideologies. Chomsky states, the obvious assumption is that the product of the media, what appears, what doesn't appear, the way it is slanted, will reflect the interests of buyers, sellers, the institutions, and the power systems that are around them. Despite being criticized for his generalist opinions, Chomsky does point out some interesting aspects about traditional modes of publishing and the power that media holds. New digital media theorist Dana Boyd echoes some of Chomsky's theories in saying that there is an assumption that everyone will give their attention to broadcasters. However, in the advent of new modes of publishing, Twitter could counteract the monopolization of publishing producers and decentralize power to the masses. Twitter presents a new mode of publishing, a source where people go to and receive immediate news, and in reverse, a news source for anyone, not just the elite media producers, to disseminate news. Thus, Twitter could be viewed as a beacon of hope to bypass the disruptive impacts that former modes of publishing coerced. Guardian journalist Alan Rusbridger, a self-proclaimed advocate for Twitter, demonstrates a utopian perspective and argues that Twitter is the future for publishing. He coins the Twitter as the new kid on the block. He even goes too far as to praise Twitter as a third wing to the fourth estate. Rusbridger debates Chomsky's view on traditional media as controlling power and yielding authority by saying Twitter shifts the balance to so-called peer-to-peer authority, therefore supporting claims that Twitter is a democratized tool as it defines gender, race, and geographical boundaries, signaling that the new modes of publishing are a benefit, not a disruption to society. Although Rusbridger states Twitter, a form of media plurality, is a vital cornerstone of democracy, new digital media theorist Dana Boyd argues that this is not the case and this is merely a facade. She states, opening the structures to distribution is not democratizing when distribution is no longer the organizing function of this space. Distribution is no longer an obstacle, as Twitter enables anyone to publish. Yet, it is not equally divided in getting people's attention to view online published work. Thus, publishing is inevitably disruptive to society in pursuit for democracy. As Boyd says, power is no longer in the hands of those who control the channels of distribution, but in the hands of those who control the limited resources of attention. Secondly, Rusbridger states that with the current shift from traditional publishing, Twitter is a move from the impersonal media, which was what was print, to personal. Twitter is a personalized media, and as a byproduct, personalized communities are formed, thus raising the issue of systems identified as communities, physical or virtual, that manifest hyperniching. Ironically, supported by Rusbridger, who says on Twitter, communities form themselves around particular issues, peoples, events, artifacts, cultures, ideas, subjects, and geographies. Founded in works by philosopher Plato, who says, similarity begets friendship, and Aristotle, who says, love those who are like themselves. It is therefore intrinsic to human nature to affiliate with people who we are like. On one hand, it has been claimed that online communities are not disruptive as they eradicate demographic boundaries, but on the other hand, new modes of publishing online are inevitably disruptive as it continues to emphasize boundaries that are defined by interests and likes. However, Tiziana Terranova, a media theorist and sociologist, presents a post-humanist position to discuss the utopian concept and ideology that is being projected onto electronically wired communities. These wired communities can possess political power to have the ability to be politically active. She says, computer-mediated communication will change significantly the world as we know it, as much as it will involve a collective evolution from passive consumption of corporate-dominated media to interactive, symbiotic relationships with intimate machines, thus arguing how new modes of publishing, such as Twitter, that create niche virtual communities are according to people's interests and can have a positive effect. In conclusion, networked utopias could have the potential for electronic activism against imperialistic projects of colonization, thus harnessing the potential to decentralize publishing power to the general public, instead of centralizing power in the hands of those of nationally bounded media corporations and government, which Chomsky had pointed out.